Good morning and welcome to Coffee Minutes with Joe. We have something totally different this morning and it's fun. But we're talking also about something very serious, which is the liver, okay? And today we're talking about certain supplements that can help the liver. And I found that the chief things that help the liver are actually very well-made, well-founded coffee, okay? TUDCA, milk thistle. Now there's 3 different types of milk thistle, so make certain that you have the one that is actually meant for cleansing the liver. B vitamins are very ideal for supplementation for the liver because the liver requires a percentage of B12 as well as other B vitamins. Sources of vitamin C that are on the low glycemic index are very ideal for cleansing out the liver and for supporting the liver. But above all, one of the chief things that will help you during your journey of helping your liver is to make certain that you get enough sleep. Sleep hygiene is so necessary for the liver and the body overall. Have a bit of a slow connection according to what it's saying on my screen. So if this doesn't turn out well, I will gladly do it over for you. So with those supplementations, those supplements being out there as far as the things that will help you greatly, I want to tack on the disclaimer that if you're working with a doctor regarding your liver, then you most definitely need to talk to your doctor about those supplements because they may interact with other medicines that you need to be on for whatever reason. Now, I have this special recipe I have talked to some friends about doing and teaching, and I'm actually going to teach maybe 3 different types. And in some parts of the world, they're regarded as a truffle, yet not the mushroom type. Yet one of the types do have, you can add a mushroom coffee to it, or coffee, okay, or a chocolate. But I'm talking about a anytime snack truffle, okay? The first one has everything to do with oats. Just regular old-fashioned oats. Don't cook them. This is an icebox cookie. Okay? And I'm going to put a pile in here. And I'll tell you a bit of a story behind how these were born. My children could not eat oatmeal. And it's mainly because their parents had a big problem with eating plain old oatmeal. So we started getting creative, okay? And we started out with these 3 ingredients. Peanut butter and oats. And then to these 2 ingredients was the fun time of creativity. Because to these, what you can do is add molasses, Okay, you can add molasses. You can add brown sugar, which is molasses and sugar mixed together. You can add maple syrup. And I'll tell you about, it's about 4 cups of oats and 2 good cups of peanut butter. So that's one type you can do. The oats, the peanut butter, and molasses or maple syrup. Not both together, it's kind of nasty. You roll them in balls. You put them on parchment paper. But first, lay the parchment paper on a flat surface. Make little balls about this big, okay? I like to use an ice cream scoop. 2 to 4 ounce ice cream scoop, okay? And you can use gloves, neoprene gloves, and medical grade or food grade gloves. And make those balls. Put them on the parchment paper or wax paper, either or, preferably wax paper, wax side up, and put those in the freezer for an hour. After the hour is up, you can package them and have a nice little snack, okay? Not recommended for children under the age of 2, okay? So, what's another type? Another type is you can add cinnamon, ginger, and clove. So you have a bit of a fall flavored truffle. And oh, they're so good. And then you can roll them, if you want to, in plain grain sugar or a little bit of confectionery sugar, or you can dip them in dark chocolate. They taste good. The third type that you can make is the oats, peanut butter, vanilla, and nutmeg. Those are very nice as well. You can make all 3 at one swap, and what you would do is to divide them on your sheet without forgetting. Take this out, divide it in thirds on one side using a Sharpie, a pen, whatever. But the side that has the pen or the Sharpie, you need to put face down. So you're not putting your food on top of that. Then you have 3 equally divided areas to put your different flavors. And like I said, within an hour, they're frozen and you can package them up and have those nice little snacks for throughout the day. A freezer ice box cookie is what those are called. So, are they liver friendly? Well, molasses has iron in it, okay? And there's attributes of maple that are good for the body. As far as I know, it's good when you get pure maple and it doesn't have any added high fructose corn syrup. It's good for the system in small amounts. Peanuts are a liver friendly, to my understanding, peanuts are a liver friendly nut butter for the liver. Ginger will actually help warm the liver, okay? And if you do the type that has cinnamon, ginger, and cloves, you want your cinnamon to be the dominant flavor in that, okay? Ginger is your warming note, while cloves are a bit of a sweet note, you can use licorice in place of the cloves. Okay, and all three of those are actually going to be warming to the liver, and a little bit of pain relieving, because cloves are an analgesic, which means they have a numbing effect. Okay. Vanilla, you need to make certain, honestly, I would use real vanilla bean instead of this, because this is this is sustained in a type of alcohol, and alcohol is not ideal for a laboring liver. So you may want to use just beans, good vanilla beans, and they're stripped. Regular vanilla bean, you can usually get 10 in a bottle, and scrape them. Just scrape one for a batch. It's kind of nice and strong, as long as they're fresh, you know, they'll be nice and strong. Then shake a bit of ground nutmeg, just for a warmth effect to bring everything together. These are absolutely delicious. In the end, you have a great protein-rich, it's a protein-rich snack. So, let's review. Because I said it in the early beginning, and you may not have caught that. Especially because I said that we talk about supplementation of the liver. Supplements for the liver. The body requires a lot of things, and the body cannot make everything it needs. So, oftentimes we have to step outside the body in order to get what we need, which isn't a bad thing when your sources are good. So, I've learned that good supplements and good foods or teas for the liver would be coffee, green tea, licorice tea, or licorice leaf, licorice root. Licorice is very nice for the liver, but many people can't get past the taste of it. Okay. Now, licorice can also interact with heart medicines, so that's why I laid out the disclaimer that you must consult a physician before doing these things. Steer clear of high fructose corn syrup, alcohol, and excessive sugar, like I mentioned. But the additional things that you can try, as long as your doctor says it's okay, is TEDCA, milk thistle, maybe even an herbal cleanse in which you may have read up upon that contains those things. Often the cleanses that have TEDCA and licorice root and maybe green tea and all these things in it, they will actually be attractive to the rest of the digestive system too. So once your liver starts to get proactive, you're likely going to have a nice intestinal cleanse. But like I said, make sure that your body can actually do those things by consulting a physician. Have a blood panel done. You likely already did if you know you have liver issues. Don't just think, oh, I hurt right here, it's my liver. That doesn't mean much, because there's a lot of stuff located in that area, you know. So, or as my mother would say, it might just be gas. Okay, so if you have questions or comments, I would be very happy to help you with those. Would you like to watch me stir this? I mean, this is really fun, to put some gloves on some kids or a kid and just let them go in there and squish it up. It's something that you can do with your children. I did when my children were small, and I'll tell you what, they enjoyed it. They loved it. Now, can you put all these ingredients all into one big amazing truffle? Sure, why not? Sure you can. but I'm not. Because I just remembered that one of us doesn't care too much for cinnamon. So, just stir it. You say it. How do you get your peanut butter? Well, there's different ways in which you can get your peanut butter. Have you ever ground your own? Just bought some peanuts and ground your own peanuts. Turns into peanut butter. Did you know that? Okay, so I'm going to finish this wonderful, fun task for my family, and I hope that you get some value out of this video today too. If you go back to the previous 3 videos, you'll also see more information about the liver and about addressing pain. If you continue to have pain, seek help, please, okay? The liver is a very valuable organ and you need it. It has everything to do with the restoration of cells, getting oxygen to and fro, regulating cortisol, and all types of things go on by reason of that liver, okay? There's one thing some people may like to add to this, and you can add walnuts. You can use a different nut butter. Maybe you like homemade Nutella, which is hazelnuts. Maybe you want to grind up mixed nuts. You can put Brazil nuts and all types of nuts in there. You can add carob bites, little carob pieces, dark chocolate pieces. You can melt some dark chocolate. You can use honey, raw honey. That's one of the things that I used for the kids when they were little. I used mostly honey. I kept it pretty simple back then because how children's taste buds are. And so the basic roll that many of the early friends had tasted was raw honey, peanut butter, and the oats just rolled together. And they're such a good, like I said, they are a protein-rich snack. You can pack some of those for on the road, and they go far. They really have a good, dense amount of protein in them. And I think they're great for on the trail. Okay. But mind you, they will cleanse you out if your microbiome isn't stable, if you are not already stabilized in the gut. Raisins are something that's optional to put in there, to put in your mix. But I will tell you this, that grapes are very ideal for the liver. They will help. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. Till next week, we'll talk about more about the liver. Actually, that information is going to come from who I got a certificate from through a, I'm so against doing that, through a breathe, pause, seminar. It was all about the liver, okay? And it was so amazing. And I can't wait to share it with you. Are you alive with your liver? Next time. Bye.